Hey guys. Okay, so the kids have gone to bed, everyone's asleep, the house is quiet. I thought that I would do a Disney video. And I feel like the one of the most important videos that I could do would be Disney on a budget. I know everybody wonders, how can you do Disney World on a budget? You can. We have been 5 times now, and it's taken 5 times. Figure it out. And each time we go, we're learning more money saving tips and things like that. So I thought I would share some of those with you guys. I actually have a friend that is leaving this week for Disney. Super jealous about that, by the way, but it kind of reminded me of it. And I think that you guys would benefit from a lot of these things because some of them I didn't even know about. And the last trip that we took, these things were actually very beneficial and saved us quite a bit of money. So, Disney on a budget, especially with kids, and they're little money suckers. So, the first thing that I want to touch on that most people don't know is that if you have Amazon Prime, you can place an Amazon Prime order and have it delivered directly to your Disney resort. Even if you aren't at the hotel, Bell Service will deliver it to your room. If you have any food items that need to be refrigerated, they will put it in your refrigerator. And also, something we did not know, you can take food and drink, non-alcoholic, food and drink, into the parks. We had no idea. For years, we'd been, spending $6 on a bottle of water and, snacks here, snacks there. We did not know that you can pack a backpack or a small cooler with bottles of water, whatever you want to drink, whatever kind of snacks you want. You can make sandwiches and take them with you if you want. Most people aren't going to do that. You're kind of there for the atmosphere. But as far as snacks and things like that go, instead of paying a flat fortune, place your Amazon Prime order, place it, before you even get there. That way when you get to the hotel, it is there and in your room waiting for you even. That will save you a lot of money. Second would be food while in the park. Going to have lunch or midday snack kind of thing, not really ready for a full meal, dinner time kind of thing. We have learned that kids' meals are actually enough food for your average adult. It's some smaller portion of whatever food that particular quick service restaurant serves. But then you also get a side, which is usually, grapes, baby carrots, a yogurt, some sort of kid food, but it's fine. And it comes with a drink, which adult meals do not. You have to purchase a drink separately. You can get a free cup of water anywhere. You can go into any location, any restaurant, and they will give you a free cup of water. But if you want a soda or a juice or milk or anything like that, you do have to pay for it if you get an adult meal. Kids' meals come with that, and they are about half the price of an adult meal. So for your average adult, a kid's meal is sufficient unless you're just starving. And unless the particular quick service restaurant you go in doesn't have what you want on the kids' meal. But if you're not starving and you like any of the things that are on the kids' menu, do yourself a favor and save the money and order a kids' meal, because you're going to be spending the money later on at your character dinner whenever you do that. So I would save my money for the character dinner because that's probably going to be your most pricey meal, and I can safely assume that most of you guys are going to do some sort of character dinner while you're there. So kids meals, enough food, half the cost. Next, book, if you're traveling with small children, book Value Resort. The more expensive hotels, the moderate, the nicer resorts, the Polynesian, the Grand Floridian, they're all very, very, very nice resorts. But when you pull up to the All-Star Music, the All-Star Movies, the Art of Animation, which is the most recent one we stayed at, I'll actually do a video on that hotel specifically at a later date. But when you pull up to these particular resorts, they feel like Disney. The moment you see the resort and you get off the shuttle, when you walk in the lobby, you feel Disney. Everywhere you look is Disney, which is perfect for kids. Movie night at the pool, weather permitting, dance parties at the pool. The value resorts are just kind of geared around kids. And honestly, you're not going to be spending just a ton of time at your resort anyway, unless the weather's bad or something like that. Although I do advise, if you have small children, take a break around lunchtime, go back to the hotel, maybe swim, everybody rest or take a nap, go back to the resort in the evening. Otherwise, you're going to have exhausted, cranky kids and exhausted, cranky mom and dad. Trust me, we've been there. We've learned our lesson. Breaks, naps, necessities. Next thing would be consider the time of year that you're going. January, February are generally the cheapest months to go as far as hotel rates. Weather's milder than it is in the summer. In the summer, it's hot. It's very hot. January and February, it can be chilly. In the morning, it's going to be chilly. In the evening, it's going to be chilly. You're going to need a jacket. But when the sun's out midday, we've been in January before and worn shorts and then just a light jacket in the evening. And so, I guess it's going to vary. You never know. But the weather's not awful and the crowds are low. The hotel rates are cheaper. And you can usually get a flight cheaper during those periods of time. The month of January, of course, after New Year's, through the first couple of weeks in February, tend to be the cheapest time to go. So if you have young children that aren't in school yet, or if you have a flexible schedule to be able to do that when it's not summer or spring break or whatever. Those would be the months to do it if you're looking to save money on the hotel. Now, there are times that Disney will run specials, summer specials. If you stay X amount of nights, it's, you save this much per night, or stay X amount of nights, you get a free dining plan, things like that. And those are great, but those are typically during high volume times. You're going to deal with crowds, and it's probably during a time of year that's going to be very hot. So it just depends on what you're looking for, but January, beginning of February are the cheapest times to go as far as hotel rates go, and the weather is a bit milder. Airfare. Always fly out on a weekday. Weekday is cheaper. And if you have an international airport where you live, you can usually get a nonstop flight, and the flights are going to be cheaper out of your airport than at a national airport. Where we live, actually have a national airport, so we drive 2 hours to fly out of an international airport for a variety of reasons. For one, we get a nonstop flight, which is just crucial with 3 small children. A nonstop flight is very nice. Also, it saves us literally hundreds of dollars. I think this last trip, making the 2-hour trip, flying out of the international airport, it saved us about almost $600 between this time we purchased 5 plane tickets, and it saved us almost $600 just to make that short drive. So that's a little bit of advice. If you have a national airport where you live, but there's an international airport just a short drive away, I would definitely look into flying out of there. because that will save you some money, and they will have the nonstop flights, whereas the national airport, you're going to have, you're not going to have nonstop flights. And you're going to have to change planes and have layovers and deal with children in the midst of all that, which to me, that just sounds like a total holy nightmare. So nonstop flights for me, 2-hour drive, totally worth it. Okay, the big one, souvenirs. Okay, basically, your kids are going to lose their minds from the moment the airplane lands. You see Disney. You see things related to Disney. You get off of the airplane at Orlando International, and you're like run over by a guy with a cart of flashing Mickey wands or something. You're, walking past souvenir shops inside the airport. You get on the shuttle and you get to the hotel. You walk through the lobby. The first thing you see outside of the lobby is another gift shop. You are going to be totally overwhelmed with souvenir options. And if your kids are anything like my kids, everything that they see is just that one thing that they just have to have. It's just going to be just that one thing. It's never just that one thing. It's never just that one thing. Because just when you think that you've escaped the souvenirs, you're like attacked by a guy with a giant Mickey balloon, or you round the corner and there's another gigantic souvenir shop with more t-shirts and more stuffed animals and more things that are just fabulous for small children, and they just have to have it. What we do, first we make them save their money, which, yeah, right. Second, each holiday, event, birthday leading up to our trip, we ask friends, family, anybody that's going to give us, the kids, gifts for Disney gift cards. Disney gift cards are the way to go, because that way the kids know how much they have to spend, and when it's gone, it's gone. Granted, we usually put a little bit with it, or we'll get them a little something extra, but they have their own little cards, which they think that's really cool. They think they have their own little credit cards, and so they enjoy that. But then that puts a limit on what they're going to spend, so you're not maxing out credit cards on t-shirts and stuffed animals, because it can happen. It can happen easily, because a kid's t-shirt, $25. A stuffed animal, $25. So you've got 3 kids like we do. That adds up really fast. So set a limit. Disney gift cards are perfect because they kind of enjoy it. They're not feeling like they're having to ask you for money. They think they have their own money, so of course that's cool. But yeah, if you've got birthdays coming up prior to your trip, if you have a holiday coming up prior to your trip, ask friends and family when they say, hey, what can we get your kids? Say, how about Disney gift cards? That's the way to go. Also, the Disney Store online will occasionally have sales. I've gotten Monogram beach towels for special prices, Monogram fleece blankets to take on the airplane, that have like a embroidered Anna and Elsa or a Nemo or something like that, with their names on them to cover within the airplane. Special beach towels with their names on them to take with us, things like that, at a discounted rate. Sometimes they'll do personalization or monogramming you'll have a special code and it'll be $1 to have it monogrammed, which is a pretty good deal. And then a lot of times they'll do, if you order $75 or more, you get free shipping. But the Disney Store online also sells official Disney Park merchandise. So if you can catch them when things are on sale, you can get that official Disney Park merchandise at a discounted rate And maybe before you go, put your kids together a little box of some stuff. So they already have some stuff, and then when they come to you with this, just gotta have this stuffed animal, you can go, hey, remember you already got this stuffed animal here. The one that you got at a discounted rate that's still an official Disney park stuffed animal, but you got it for less on the Disney Store website. So before your trip, check the Disney Store website out occasionally. Subscribe to their emails, because sometimes they'll send you a coupon, or they'll just notify you when they're having a sale. So that's something else you could do. So far, that's about it. The Amazon Prime has been like a game changer for us. It was just this last trip that we figured it out, and we're going to do it every single time. Breakfast foods, there's really no sense. We did one character breakfast, and that was at the Crystal Palace, which I'm going to do another video on the best places to eat, the best character dinners, character breakfasts. We did one character breakfast. All of the other breakfasts, we either ate at the hotel or we ate in the room. Because with Amazon Prime, you can get milk, you can get cereal, you can get granola bars, peanut butter crackers, whatever you need, really. And it saves a ton of money. And the fact that you can take food and drink into the park just totally blew our minds. Totally blew our minds. So we packed a backpack with water bottles and snacks, and that really saved us quite a bit of money. And every time the kids wanted a snack, we didn't have to go locate somewhere that had a $10 package of crackers, and then they were hungry 30 minutes later. So that worked out really nicely. Anyway, that is all I have for right now. I hope this information helps out a little bit with your upcoming travels. And until next time, just keep rocking the Disney life and embrace the chaos, because soon enough it will be magical memories that will last a lifetime.